Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in our tutorial we are going to learn how to make this cute little bunny baby. So for this I'm using chenille yarn and this is how it looks like. So you could easily use this pattern to make a Miffy bunny too. So basically you just have to use white. So yeah, let's get started. So today we are going to learn how to make a cute little baby bunny. For that I'm gonna be using 4mm chenille yarn. This is known as velvet yarn or sometimes chenille yarn, so I'm really confused on the correct term. However, this is how it looks like in pink color, and also I'll be using a 3.5mm hook. A 3.5mm hook. You'll also need a glue. I'm using B6000 glue, and for the eyes I'm using black half beads. If you prefer safety eyes, you can use safety eyes too. This is of size approximately 6mm, and we'll be needing a darning needle and also a pair of scissors, and of course we need polyfil for the stuffing. This earlier I used to use cotton, so if you don't have polyfil you could use cotton, but this is the one that will give you the squeezing effect, like you can squeeze the plushie like this. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first of all we're gonna make a magic ring. So for that you're gonna keep your tail end of the yarn like this. Using 2 fingers, you are going to wrap this around, turn, and make a cross like this. Okay, hold it, and the hook, you have to send it under the first and over, and you're gonna pull this like so, and twist, turn. To top it off, you're gonna yarn under like this and pull it through the loop. Oops. Okay, like that. And then you're gonna turn your hand like this, let it go, and this is how I have the yarn around my other hand, and from the tail end you can pull it so that the loop gets smaller. Okay, now that we have that, we're gonna make our first single crochet. Send your hook in, pull it out, yarn over, pull through 2. Let me just, that is our first single crochet. Oh, I forgot, you'll be needing a stitch marker, especially if you are a beginner. Use a stitch marker, otherwise you will get lost. So that was our first stitch. Mark it as your first stitch, and we have to make 6 more single crochets. So that was our first one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, after that what we are going to do is pull from this tail end. So you can see this opening will get closed. Oops. Okay, alright, remove the stitch marker, and for the next 3 rounds we are going to just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. So into the first, send your hook in, pull up, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. That is your first stitch. Mark it as your first stitch. Into the next, 2, into the next 3, next 4, 7. Okay, that was round 2, and round 3 and round 4 you're gonna do the same thing. So place single crochets into each. I'll see you guys at the end of round 4. Okay, so this is how it looks like by the end of 4 rows. You are going to leave a little bit of yarn and cut it. Pull this out. Okay, this is our first ear. This extra part you can just put it in. This is one ear, and you have to repeat the same steps and make another one. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So we have 2. One I cut off and separated, and this is the one I didn't do anything yet. So I'm just gonna put this one in. I'm not gonna put any polyfil inside. If you want to get it bulky, you can stuff some polyfil in, but I'm not gonna do that. So after making 2 ears, we are going to join this. So in order to do that, first we make 2 chains. So 1 and 2. After that, in this ear, so if you are a complete beginner, this might be confusing to you. So just bear with me, okay? So we have 2 ears, we made 2 chains. After that, into the first stitch of this last round, you're gonna insert the hook, and you're gonna get this yarn through it and out like this. So now you have 2 loops on your hook, and you're gonna yarn over and pull through 2, and these 2 will get connected. After that, now that is your first stitch for this round. You're gonna make single crochets into each. So let me first make a single crochet. That is my second single crochet, and I'm gonna mark the first one with the stitch marker. Okay, and place single crochets around. So that is my second one, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7, and 8 and 9 will be placed on the chain stitch. Okay, this might be hard, especially when you can't see. 8, and 9. Okay, this tutorial should be for intermediate, not complete beginners. 9. Oops. 17, and the last one 18. So you should be having 18 stitches. Okay, so after one single crochet round upon joining, this is how it will look like. So this is going to form the ears, for example this part. Okay, and now moving on to round 6. First of all, let's make the math. So at the end of one ear we had 7 stitches each. Okay, so for 2 ears we got 7 times 2, 14 stitches. Okay, and then we made a chain, and on the either side of the chain we had 2 stitches each. So altogether you got 7, 8, 9, then again 7, so 9 plus 7 is 16, and 2 on the other side. So altogether by the end of round 5 you got 18 stitches. Okay, and for round 6, remove the stitch marker. For round 6 you're gonna place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, then 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next as well, and then you're gonna make an increase. That means into the 4th stitch you're gonna place 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Into the next 8 stitches you're gonna place 1 single crochet each. 8, and into the next you're gonna place 2 single crochets. Do an increase. 1, 2. Oops. Okay, into the next 5 you're gonna place 1 single crochet each. So this is how it looks like. After that, oh, by the way, by the end of this round you should be having 20 stitches if you count, which is very hard to do because you can barely see the stitch. Anyways, by the end of this round you should be having 20 stitches, and for the next we are going to do an increasing round. So the pattern is 3 single crochet increase. We are going to repeat that 5 times and you'll get a total of 25 stitches by the end of next round. So let's start that round. Single crochet into the first 3. 1, 2, 3 single crochet. Let me mark my first stitch, and increase. Okay, repeat 5 times. 3 single crochet, increase. This is how it would look like. And for the next round, again we are going to do an increasing round. So the pattern is single crochet, increase, 3 single crochet. We are going to repeat this for 5 times, and by the end of that round we will be having 30 stitches. So let's start. One single crochet into the first stitch, and into the second stitch, you're gonna do an increase, 1, 2, and into the next 3 you're gonna place a single crochet each, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 single crochet, increase, 1 single crochet into the next 3. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, for the next round we are not going to do any increases or decreases. We are just going to place a single crochet into each of these stitches. So remember, by the end of this round that we were working, we ended up with 30 stitches. So for the next 3 rounds we are just gonna place 1 single crochet into each, and by the end of each round we'll just be having 30 single crochets. Okay, I'll see you guys by the end of 3 more rounds of just placing single crochets. Okay, so by the end of 3 more rows of just placing single crochets, we have something that looks like this. Okay, so now I am at the 11th row. So next for the 12th row we are starting to do a decreasing round. So for that, remove the stitch marker. The pattern is 4 single crochet decrease. You have to repeat that pattern for 5 times, and by the end of the row you should be having a total stitch count of 25. So into the first stitch place a single crochet and mark it as your first stitch. Into the next stitch, again a single crochet, into the next a single crochet, and into the next a single crochet. Into the next 2 stitches you are going to go through the front loops, 1, 2, and then pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. That is how you do a decrease. You single crochet 2 stitches together. So once again, the pattern is 4 single crochet decrease. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do a decrease. 1, 2, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So repeat that and I'll meet you guys at the end of this row. So for the next round, again we are doing a decreasing round. So remove the stitch marker, and the pattern is single crochet, decrease, 2 single crochet. You're going to repeat it 5 times, and by the end of that round you'll be having 20 stitches. So the pattern is single crochet in the first stitch, mark it as your first stitch, then decrease, single crochet 2 stitches together, and 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Again, single crochet, decrease, 2 single crochet. Repeat this pattern and I'll meet you guys at the end of this row. Okay, so now this is how it looks like. For the next row, we are going to do 2 single crochet decrease. So remove the stitch marker, 1 single crochet in the first stitch, mark it as your first stitch, 1 single crochet into the second stitch, and then decrease. Go through the front loops, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and decrease. Repeat this until you reach the end of the row, and by the end of this row you should be having 15 as the total stitch count. So I'll see you guys. Okay, so this is how it looks like, and now is a good time to start stuffing the head with polyfil. If you are using safety eyes, you should probably insert it somewhere around here. That's why I prefer using flat beads, because I can just finish making the baby and then decide where I want to place the eyes. So, yeah. Let's start doing the next round, which is again an increasing round. Remove the stitch marker. The pattern is 2 single crochet, increase. You have to repeat it 5 times. So into the first stitch, 1 single crochet, into the next, 1 single crochet. Don't forget to mark your first stitch, and into the next you're gonna do an increase. So 1 and 2, increase. Okay, you have to repeat this pattern until you reach the end, and by the end of the row you should be having a total stitch count of 20. So the pattern, remember the pattern, 2 single crochet, decrease, sorry, 2 single crochet, increase. Okay, so you won't see any massive change after doing that round, but this is how it looks like. And for the next round we are going to make the hands like this part. So we are using the bobble stitch for the hands and the 2 legs. So let's start making that round. Remove the stitch marker, and you have to do 6 single crochets. So 1, mark it as your first stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now into the next stitch, into the 7th stitch, we are going to make a bobble stitch. So for that you're going to yarn over once, insert the hook into the 7th stitch, pull up a loop. You got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through only 2 loops, and you'll be left with 2 loops on your hook. Now you have to repeat it. Yarn over, into the same 7th stitch you're going to insert the hook, pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook, but you're going to yarn over and pull through only 2 loops. Now altogether you have 3 loops on your hook. Again, yarn over, insert into the same place, pull up a loop. You have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through only 2. You are left with 4 loops on the hook. One more time. This is the last time we are doing this repetition. Yarn over, insert into the same place, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. 1, 2. And you'll be left with 5 loops on your hook. Once you are left with 5 loops on your hook like this, you are going to end the bobble. So you're going to yarn over and pull it through all the 5 loops, and it will kind of make this bobbly looking thing. And into the next stitch you're gonna place a single crochet, and into the next stitch again a single crochet, into the next again a single crochet, into the next again a single crochet, and into the next again a single crochet. No, into this one. So after 4 single crochets you're gonna make the other hand. So for that again yarn over into the next stitch, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, again yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on the hook. We have to do this for 2 more times. Yarn over, insert, pull up, pull through 2, 4 loops, 1 more time, yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. We got 5 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. That is the other hand. Okay, the head looks so wobbly. I think I should put more stuffing to this side because it's imbalanced. Okay, for the rest of the stitches until you reach to the end of the row, you're going to place single crochets. So this is how it looks like. For the next round, we are just going to place single crochets in each of the stitches. So we ended up with 20 stitches, and for the next 2 rounds just place a single crochet in each. So I'll see you guys at the end of 2 more rounds. Okay, so this is how it looks like after doing just 2 rows of placing single crochets around, and for the next row we are going to make the legs. So for that, single crochet into the first stitch, mark it as your first stitch, into the next single crochet, into the next single crochet, so 3 single crochets, into the next single crochet, 4 single crochets, into the next again single crochets. So altogether you have placed 5 single crochets, and in the next stitch you're gonna place a bubble. So remember how we did it, yarn over and into the same place, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, 4 loops, 1 more time. Okay, so that's 1 leg, and into the next 1, 2, 3, 6 stitches you're gonna place single crochets. Six, and into the next a bubble. Okay, and until you reach the end just place 1 single crochet into each. I'll see you guys at the end. So this is how it looks like now. We are almost at the end, so now we just have to do another decreasing round, actually another 2-3 more decreasing rounds. So let's start. Remove the stitch marker, and the pattern you have to follow is 2 single crochet decrease, 1, 2, and decrease. Repeat this until you reach the end of the row, and you'll be left with 15 stitches. I'll see you guys at the end. This is how it looks like. For the next round, again a decreasing round. The pattern is single crochet decrease. Continue it until you reach the end of that round, and you'll be left with just 10 stitches. If you want, I think it's best if you start filling this body part with Polyfil. Otherwise it would be hard to fill it in. So just make sure that you have stuffed it in with enough Polyfil. And yeah, continue with the round. single crochet decrease. I'll see you guys at the end of this round. Now this is how it looks like, so if you want, just stuff in more polyfil, or else we can leave it like this. And we have to close this up, so for that I'm just going to leave enough tail and cut it first, and then I'm gonna just pull this part out, and then using the darning needle we're gonna close this. Okay, so how we do it, we are going to go through the front loops. So there are 10 stitches here, so you're just going to go through 10 front loops. 1, it might be hard for you guys to see, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. After that, what we are going to do is we are going to pull from this end like this, then it will get closed. After that, we are going to send this yarn through the body like this, and since I want this to be a key tag, I'm going to make this loop on top of the bunny like this. I'm gonna send it to the middle and make a loop. And then you're just gonna hide the yarn, just make some knots and make sure it won't get undone. Okay, and once you're happy, just cut it off. Okay, and this is the bunny. So now all we have to do is paste the eyes using the P6000 glue, and I'm gonna place the eye right about like 3 rows above from the bottom, and like in this alignment. You can keep the eyes at a place that you feel like it would look nice, so I prefer this place. Okay, we are almost done, and if you want, you can put in a little nose. So guys, this part is extra. I have these cute little beads, so I'm gonna customize my keychain. I'm gonna add it like this, and using this plier. Ooh, I think I should do it the other way around. I'm so silly. Let me just do it this way. Okay, oops. So this is the final look on the baby. You can make some changes to this. You could add a leaf sprout, or you could add a little heart here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Have a nice day. Bye bye.